Shalom. Before we want to start off by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua, Ba'ashem Kakurash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. Alright, today's lesson is going to be on don't be a coward, man. Alright, do not be a coward because nowadays you got men who aren't even men anymore. You got men who are cowards. You got men who aren't disciplined. You got men who are just straight up cowards, man. There's no other way to put it. There's people out there who like to talk behind the screens and like to scoff. They like to mock, also look big to another person. This isn't directed towards anybody, more so a group of people. Every time we're out here, we're preaching, making videos, making lessons. The Akim are out there in camp for 2-3 hours. You tend to see a lot of scoffers, a lot of mockers, and a lot of non-believers. And even sometimes, some people who fall out the truth. Sometimes even they're cowards. Sometimes they fall off because they're scared of what people think of them. Which this is it's cowardly to do. So real quick, this is 2nd Ezra 14, and we'll start at 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. All right. So back then, when it was war, men would be set out, and they would get their house in order in case they didn't make it back. They had that mindset where it's okay, I might not make it back, let me get my house straight before I leave. And then it goes into, let go from thy mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off the weak nature. All right, put off your weak nature, man. The Lord is basically saying, stop being a coward. Stop being a coward. That's what the Lord is saying. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off the weak nature. All right, you gotta stop being a coward, man. Put off that weak nature. When you're scared of something, and I'm not saying, oh, you can't be scared of nothing. You gotta go. No, not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, when you gotta do something, you do it. Don't just find excuses. Don't. Oh no, man, my leg hurt, man. I can't go today. Don't be finding excuses, man. Just own up to it. And get right. He goes, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right, and this was going into those times of Gideon. The Lord knew there was gonna be cowards. The Lord knew there was gonna be cowards, and really the Lord wanted those people who weren't ready for wars to go home. Get your ass home. I don't want you here. You're just gonna weaken my army. Having these little boy thoughts. What does the scripture say? When I became a man, I put away childish things. And a part of becoming a man is becoming vigilant, is becoming is becoming, you know, strong. Is to have a backbone, you know. Real quick, let me get actually, I think there's still more meat on this bone. Verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall happen be done hereafter. Right, so, you know, in the time of war, you know, it would only get more gruesome, you know. As the war progressed, more bodies would drop. You know, as the war progressed, more blood will be lost. You know, more blood would be lost. More things would be lost. More families would be destroyed. You know. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. Let me read that back. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. All right, man. And what time was this Bible written in? You know, what time was the Bible written in? Such a long time ago. And now you apply that today. How fucking weak are these men? You know? How fucking weak are these men? You know, you thought they was weak back then. They something else now. Men are so damn fucking weak, they want to be a female now. You know? What type of fucking delusionary shit is that, man? What type of wickedness is that, dude? Here it is, the Lord gets you a blessing to you know, be a man and you want to go fuck it up. You know? Or here it is, that the Lord made you a woman, you know, to fulfill your woman roles, and here it is, you're going to go fuck it up. And go try to be something you ain't. This shit is not fucking normal, man. And only in Babylon will this shit happen, man. Only in fucking Babylon. Only in Babylon, man. Well, this is wicked, bro. This place gotta go. This place gotta go, man. For real, because this place is full of wicked shit, man. The place is full of people who don't like to be men. This is Job 38:3. Gird up now thy loins like a man. Like a man. Gird up now thy loins. What does that mean? When you preparing for war, you gathering all your stuff together. You know, and right now, you know, we're in a spiritual war. You know. And some Jake don't want to get into it. Some Jake don't want to deal with it. So what do? What do? They leave. They drop out of this truth. Drop out like flies. You know. As soon as the going get tough, you start to see it a little bit. You start to see the little cracks, the little cracks in people. You know. For I will demand of thee, and thou shalt answer me. I demand of thee. The Lord ain't fucking asking you. The Lord ain't gonna ask you for nothing. The Lord's gonna demand it of you. All right? The Lord will demand it of you. You know? The Lord will demand it of you. And you gotta really reminisce on that. You gotta really let that marinate in your head. The Lord is demanding you to be a man. If you're in this truth, you're gonna be a man. Otherwise, kick rocks, man. If you're just gonna be bitching and complaining about everything, you know, you're not a fucking man. All right? And again, like I said, you know, if you gotta talk to a brother, you know, I'm not saying you don't talk to a brother. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, when the brothers are there for you, you know, when the brothers are there for you, and you still moping and fucking groping and always on a fucking bad mood 24/7, and you know, you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to hang out with the brothers. Nah, man, not today, bro. You know, man. Stop. You know, and let me get this real quick. This is the definition of a man, real quick, in the Blue Letter Bible. Real quick, this is the definition of a man. This is Strong's H.
Strong's H 1397. Gewehr. Gewehr.
All right, Gabar. Like, what does it mean? Let me get the information. It means properly a valiant man or warrior, mighty. You know, and what does valiant mean? Real quick, let me get that definition. Let me look that up real quick. That means possessing or showing courage or determination. You know, if you're not showing determination, if you're not showing that you have the courage to be a man, why is the Lord gonna give you anything? You know, when Yahushua when he sacrificed himself for us, that was an honorable sacrifice, man. He got all type of shit handed to him. You know, he was beat up, he was all this stuff. You read it. And I encourage everybody to read it again. That was an honorable sacrifice. You know? That's why the Lord made him his right-hand man. Because the Lord saw that is courage like no other, man. How many people gonna go through that? Not a single one, man. You saw what Yahushua went through? Come on, man. That's what it feels like to have courage, to have determination, to have love towards your people. That's what it's like. You know? Real quick, I'm gonna end it off on here. Let me get First Maccabees. First Maccabees 2:64. Wherefore, you, my sons, be valiant. What does valiant mean? Have courage, have determination. Be a man. Stop being a coward. And chew your souls, men, in the behalf of the law, for it shall you obtain glory. You want that glory? You want those spiritual powers? You know, brothers dream about having spiritual powers. You dreaming about spiritual powers. You want that power? You want to just please the Lord? You know, you want the Lord to look down on you and be happy? Be a man. Be valiant. Show determination. Show courage. Show the Lord that you're rocking with him. You know? Show the Lord that no matter what happens to you, you're going to stay 10 toes deep. And the Lord's going to stay 10 toes deep for you. He's going to get you out of everything. Anything you can imagine. Shit where nobody else could have gotten out of. He's going to get you out of. Let's say you trapped on a 10-story building. The only way is to go down. The cops surrounded you and whatnot, trying to kill you. And guess what? The Lord might have it so that lightning strikes on every single one of them. Or the Lord might have it to put in your spirit that you fall, and next thing you know, a big ass eagle catch you or something. You know? But you know, with that, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, Lord willing, it was uplifting. You know, Lord willing, it encouraged Joachim to, you know, to look in the bigger picture, man. You know, because we men out here, you know, we pretty much all we got, you know. And if that brother next to you, you know, hey, give him a hug, you know, tell him, you know, we in this together, man. Because we all we got.